or was it you was raised in the church, kind of did your thing in Hollywood, and then kind of got back to that?
Facts. It's like that. Like my grandfather was a pastor, right? So I definitely was in the church. My mama was the type of person where it's like, she don't care how you feeling, you going to church in the morning. And that's how my mom and dad was in the church. They worked very heavily in the church. And so my dad was a psychologist and my mom was a teacher. So like education was very important to them. Being in the church, getting that word was very important to them too. But it wasn't like it was a situation where I always chose the right way. You know what I mean? So
I know.
So it was a thing where I had to constantly learn, constantly get more mature spiritually. And, with being in LA, some of the things that I had dealt with and mistakes that I was dealing with in my life that I had in Chicago that I hadn't dealt with as a child kind of exposed itself when I was older. And that happens with a lot of people in general, where it's things that happen in your life or things that you went through that you're still dealing with. Like, I've been in this game a long time, and it doesn't matter what level a person is on within the entertainment business, it's the real heart of man that you got to really look at. And I've seen people where it's like on the outside, it look like, woo, everything is good. But then when you really actually talk to them, they're dealing with some real pain or some real issues. And that's the thing where it was like, I mean, we see it all the time with mental health, with different celebs and people committing suicide and, all these different things that are happening. And so for me, it was things that I needed to deal with me and my heart. And what happened was that me getting back into my spiritual self and me getting to know the Lord even better and making him part of everything in my life was so important to me. And now when I go into jobs and I go places, it's not about me, because I was really about, this is about me and I got to do what I got to do. I can't trust everybody. It's about me. Fair but enough. When I started to go, all right, so who can I help, within this? Who can I pray for? Why am I meeting this person? I feel like you meet everyone for a reason. And it's really about love, because we're all family, you know what I mean? But in this business, and especially stand-up comedians and all this different stuff like that, it's really like, it's me, me against the world. You know what I mean? I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? So, and he got that role and I need that role and I got this and that. And and when you get into that mindset, it's like, no, bro, what is for you is for you. The vision that the God gave you is for you. And all what the enemy tries to use is that distraction of, you need to hate that brother, or you need to not, you need to be by yourself. You need to do this. You need to do this. Nah, man. Like what the Lord has for you is yours. You know what I mean? And I just want to spread love. Like when people see me, I want to be transparent, and I'm not trying to put up some type of facade. And so when people are like, yo, you talk about Jesus all the time, you speak about Christ, but he was there for me, man. Like when I was in low times, that was the person, the spirit that brought me out of it. You know what I mean? And that's the love that got me through. And you never know, like, you see me do stand up, and it's like, I've done stand up. And then afterwards, I'm talking to comedians afterwards in the green room, and we talking about some real stuff. You know what I mean? Some real stuff that they're actually dealing with, and things that I have been dealing with. But now I can testify to them how to get through it because I got through it. You know what I mean? And vice versa, where it was like now in the back, we having this whole love session. Right. You know what I mean? Which was good though. You know what I mean? And that's what we really need, because we really need that in the entertainment business. I know I'm just talking, bro. But
no. I'm listening. Yeah. I'm one of the few. I'm not like T.I. T.I. be cutting off everybody in his expeditiously. He be like, what I'm saying is more important. It's like
exactly.
So I actually like try to fall back and let you talk, bro, because I know people that's tuning into this episode, they want to hear what Kel Mitchell have to say. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what you got to say. So I'm taking that all in. I want to know, was there a particular instant, you don't got to talk about it if you don't want to, was there a particular thing that happened where it clicked for you to be like, I got to get back on track with Christ?
Man, it's about commanding your morning, right? It's about every day you have to renew your mind daily. So it's always going to be a journey where you have to do it constantly. You know what I mean? So for me, when it was like, I had a whole bunch of emotional walls and things that I was going through in my life. And I remember when I had went through suicidal thoughts, and I went through being broke, and I went through having a divorce, and I went through all these different things that were going on in my life, right? And I was trying to figure out everything on my own. And it was just like, I need to do this on my own understanding, right? But when you start to spiritually get into how the Lord feels about you and what he has for you, right? And when you really start to study, you know what I mean? Study the word of God, get around like-minded people, get in the church, get into the word. And I started to work on myself. I really started to work on myself and see that, hey, Kel, maybe some things that you need to work on so that you can see clearly the vision that God has for you. And these things that these desires and stuff that he's been giving you, and you feel like you're up against a wall. You know what I mean? Well, now the Lord is saying, hey, look, I want you to do it this way. And so that's what I mean about putting him in everything in my life: career, family, choices. You know what I mean? That's the thing. We all have free will. We can all make a choice, but there's consequences to the choice that we make. We can control our choices, but we can't control the circumstances from that. You know what I mean? So the thing about it is you want to make sure you're making the right choices in life in a positive way. In a positive way. And I was the type of person where it's like, you do me wrong, I'm trying to do you wrong. It's revenge, it's revenge. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's going, it's popping. What's up? You know what I mean? I was kind of like that. But then when I came to the understanding of, pray for your enemies, you know what I mean? Which is hard to do. But you know, when you actually do that through the Lord, it's like, whatever you putting on me, I'm praying that you get the right understanding where you're going, I don't need to be acting like that. I don't need to do that. And you turn to the Lord too, and you get positive too. That's what that means. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean like, you know, you just saying I ain't gonna do nothing, but you're doing it through prayer and understanding.
My mama got a book. When she get into it with somebody, she like, that's all right. I got them in my prayer book. and she pray for her. But I'm not saying what she pray for is good. She was like, Lord, take care of this one, take care of that one. I've literally seen people lose their jobs though. It works. My mom, shout out my mama. She because like the Lord, she always tell me, she like, Justin, the Lord go take care of them. And I got them in my prayer book. But between the two, I've literally seen people that I've had issues with lose their jobs, and people that she's had issues with lose their job. But she was like, don't worry, the Lord go take care of that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's get into the entertainment, even though the Lord is with you in all aspects, so he's part of the entertainment also. But I want to get into, when did the comedy and acting come into play when you was a kid?
Man. Okay, so I was we went on a family trip in DC, and we were there, they were playing, the band was up on stage playing some music. Right. And as they were on stage playing this music, they was playing Michael. I don't remember what Michael song it was. But my 5-year-old self walked up past everybody in the venue and hit the stage. And the people were like, whoa, wait a minute, little 5-year-old on the stage. And I'm just, I'm just hitting it on the stage going off. And they're like, yo, this 5-year-old is killing it. What is happening? So my parents at that point was like, yo, now they've seen me do this in the house. They've seen me do this around my cousins, but like to do it in front of thousands of people, you know, at this festival and not care, right? And so then this started to happen in classroom, where that now I'm putting on full performances in school. You know, I'm doing voices, stuff that I've seen on television, cartoons, I'm being zany. It's go time. As soon as the bell rang, it's like, let's go. It's Kel about to put on a performance. And that was landing me in like the corner in the hallway. You know, I was landing me in the principal's office. And it was like, we need to get this kid into something. And he's getting older, and we don't want him to follow the wrong crowd either. Right. So what can we do? And so it was this theater called ETA Creative Arts Foundation that was in Chicago. And I went there for the summer, and they were teaching us improv, they was teaching us acting, and they were teaching us real dramatic acting as well. And it was like, yo, this is what I've been waiting for. Like almost like a song, like, you know what I mean? And when I got that moment, it was like I was a theater kid instantly. And I started working with adults at night doing shows. Like, so after class, I would go to do rehearsals, And so I literally started having a job where I had to be mature in that. And that was the thing that, you know, kind of really changed everything for me. And it wasn't a thing of like, I thought I was going to get on TV. It was like, this theater is an outlet for me. You know what I mean? A
Absolutely.
positive outlet. So that's why I always support.